Hello, beautiful people. Don't mind this. I just threw this over my bathing suit, but it dries so fast, I'm just not even worried about it. Good morning, happy Monday. How are you guys all doing? Let me know your Monday energy. Thank you for showing up here today. In case you guys don't know, these Manifest Monday chats are new. I am deciding to do these because I really want to just connect with you guys on a deeper level. I want this to be something that is like outside master classes, workshops, courses, all of the like more serious content so we can connect with each other on just a deeper level and really get to know each other and just connect. Nothing too serious, nothing too crazy here. If you're coming on, just give me a wave. And let me know how your Monday vibes are. I'm gonna wait for people to kind of hop on here. I don't know what time it is back where you are in the world. I know back where I was, it's about 9 o'clock. So hopefully you can tune into this while working. But if not, the recording will most likely be available. So in case you don't already know, my name is Chantal. I am a Dharmic and manifestation coach teaching women how to fulfill their dharmas and their purpose and also fulfill their souls at the same time. I'm so passionate about this subject because it's been such a journey for me specifically within quitting my 9-to-5 that I absolutely hated and like trying to create a different mindset that that it was okay for me, spiritual bypassing in a way, because I didn't want to accept the reality that I was wanting something else, that I desired something else. It felt too big. And so I really am just so passionate about helping other people to step into this thing that they think is too big for them, this dream that they think is so far away and too big for them, to prove that it's not, to prove that it's a leap away, to prove how the universe is really in your favor. If you're being called to it, it is also being called to you too. So what we desire, we also deserve, and is being called to us. So it's our job to leap and see how the universe rearranges itself to make it happen for you. And it's so crazy and amazing how it does. And throughout my own experiences, I teach others to do those leaps as well. Just finished my Monday shift, so yep, survived. Oh, so you must be on a different time schedule or you work nights. But see, look at that energy though. Like, you survived. We gotta turn that energy around. Because when we focus on the negative things that are going on in our lives, when we focus on how horrible our job is, when we focus on all of those negative things within that space, that's exactly what is brought about. That's exactly what comes your way. So shift that energy. I was stuck in that energy for so long where I was just dreading work. I was dreading getting up for the day. And like, when you're stuck in that mindset, you quite literally like wire your brain waves together to feel this certain emotion, and your brain becomes addicted to those emotions. So it's important to like recognize what emotions you're feeding your mind, because your mind will automatically go to those emotions if you're feeding them constantly that same thing. So I hope that gave you a little shift to that energy. So if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any subjects specifically that you guys want to talk about, if you have like anything at all, connections, advice, that's where this space is for. This space is just to connect, to ask questions, and to dive deeper into certain subject. So feel free to open up here. Other than that, the topic I kind of wanted to talk about today is the tattoo idea that I'm going to be getting while I'm here. And the synchronicities kind of behind that. So if you guys didn't read my Instagram story yesterday, I talked about connection, expansion, and creation. And ever since I've got here, if you didn't listen to the last Manifest Monday chat, you'll know all the emotional turmoil that I went through within like the first week. of just attuning to the frequency, trying to meet my people, and just like releasing the fear of traveling solo. And not even traveling solo because it's not really a vacationer's vibe. I'm like temporarily living here, so it's a totally different energy, especially doing it all by yourself. It was a lot of stuff to adjust to. But within meeting such amazing people here, it's just, I set this intention within my new moon ritual, within a cacao ceremony that I did, within so many journal prompts that I've done, because I love writing, and writing really helps me transmute my emotions in so many ways. The common subjects that always came up for me was connection, expansion, creation. And the reason why why these different subjects come to mind, is because we kind of close our hearts off to people, right? Like, I can think back to, working my 9 to 5 and being in my hometown and being in that environment with all the schedules that we talked about in the last chat that we have that make up our lives, and we kind of close off our hearts to people. We're kind of all in our own bubble, our own aura, our own space. And the typical conversations go small talk, your job, the weather, all of these little things that really just don't connect with people whatsoever. Very rarely do we have these deep, intimate conversations with people and really let people in. And I've been saying that I've wanted this, and then when you're in that area where that's actually coming towards you, it's a little scary. You're letting people into your heart space. You're letting people understand and know you on a really, really deep level, and open up about things and talk about things that you may have never talked to anybody about for your whole life back home. It'd be easy if we could, but we can't. What do you mean? Yes, you can. It's a shift of energy. Once you open up, everybody else feels more comfortable to open up as well. Really. And that's an energy that I've been connecting with so deeply here in Tulum. Hi, April. Is connection. Connection has been so incredibly deep here. Everybody that I've met, the people that I've surrounded myself with, it's an amazing thing to attract. And I have connected on levels deeper than anybody else. I have been around these people for a little less than 2 weeks, and I feel like I know the depths of their souls. Connections that go far beyond just your casual conversation, but deep, intimate, hourly long conversations about emotions, about deep feelings you have for things, about your struggles, about the subconscious beliefs that you have for yourself, about everything that's going on deep inside of you. And these are the conversations going on everywhere. This is the space where people sit next to strangers and connect with them in an instant, asking them where they're from, asking them the energy that brought you here, and just it's instantly you're having this heart-to-heart chat about your whole life. Opening yourself up in that sort of way. It's so expansive. So I've been really working on opening up in that way, and also connecting with other people, but allowing people to get to know the depths of me as well. Everything. And there was a few things that while I was here, I would talk about certain things and not other things. There'd be some things I was not sure about, if I should open up about. And once I did, it felt so releasing. So when we don't talk about the depths of ourselves with other people and really connect with people about this, expands our hearts out, we never have the chance to heal them. So often, we keep this energy inside of us, and it just builds and builds and builds and turns into dis-ease, or it can turn into just subconscious beliefs, subconscious wirings that are not helping us, limiting beliefs, things that get in our way from accomplishing the things we want, that block our heart chakra. So within connection as well, we're talking about expansion and opening up your heart on such a deeper level. I'm a very crystal chakra type of person. Those are kind of my two niches that I really have dived so deep into, and that I love. It seems I have always focused on almost every other chakra besides the heart chakra. I found that interesting, and I'm starting to notice that here. And it wasn't because I was, well, subconsciously it was probably because I was avoiding it, but realistically it was probably because I was scared to go there. I would focus on everything else. My mind would just say, no, my heart chakra is good. And it would bypass it. It wouldn't like think too much deeper upon the subject. It would just skip right over. I'd convince myself that it didn't need to be worked on, didn't need to be healed. Being here, opening up in such expansive ways and allowing people to understand me in very expansive ways has made me realize that no, like so many of us close off our hearts, even in relationships, even the deepest of relationships, we still have this little bit of a guard up, this little bit of like a borderline that we have for ourselves as to how far we're going to open up to somebody. And I realized this here. And so when I talk about expansiveness and openness, I'm talking about the heart chakra. I'm talking about, we did this ceremony the other day. We did this, it was like a Under the Stars ceremony, concert, like acoustic prayers. I loved it so much. I went with my friend here, Alex, and Pascal. Amazing women. I'm like made friends for life. It's just so incredible. But we had a cacao ceremony that had like a meditation beforehand that was an I am love meditation. And we really talked about connecting to people on a deeper level, like not keeping yourself just as one, even inside of the room that you're in, but connecting all together and just setting that intention, putting that energy out there that you're willing to connect and you're willing for other people to connect with you. It's so expansive. And that, like we did an I am love meditation, like I was saying, like a mantra of just establishing the knowing, establishing the mantra and the fact that yes, we are loved, we are loving, we are all these things, but love isn't something that you do, it's something that you are. And when you think about this, it becomes so beautiful, because when you just embody like a version of you, that just simply is love in itself, you carry yourself in such a different and more expansive way. In creation, the third part of this, hair on me, I gotta like braid this or do something with it, or I'm gonna chop it off because it's so hot here and like that it's just like constantly sticky and thick and just even right after I wash it. The third one here at creation. So we had talked about this in the last Manifest Monday chat, but creation. This was really the deep like interpretation, or like the thought to yourself as to like what are you creating? And when you put this together with connection with other people and connection within yourself, within expansion is opening up your heart for others to get to know the depths of, and also opening up for other people to get to know them and to be that embodiment of just pure love in itself. What do you create from that space? Because that is what is like, it feels so expansive to create in that area where it's not all closed off to yourself and you're sharing your creativity, your things that you're creating with other people. It becomes a bigger message than just yourself when you open up that bubble, when you expand that bubble. So creation was a big thing for me when I first came here. It was like, okay, what, like we talked about in the last one, what are you creating outside of X, Y, and Z, like outside of your schedules, outside of your relationships, outside of your like 9 to 5, outside of like family, friends, everything around you. You just take yourself out. What do you choose to do? What's the energy you embody? What are the things that you still choose to do with your time and to create? But at first I was like cooping myself up inside of my room, trying to write when it never felt right to write. It never flowed through me in a natural way that it normally does. It didn't flow. It didn't feel aligned. It was because I was closed off. I told myself I was here for a specific reason, to work, to create. And that is a beautiful thing, but when you're just doing it all by yourself, it is a completely different energy than really taking yourself out of your spiritual practice, out of your creation mode, out of your meditation, out of your yoga practice, and going out and experiencing the world and connecting with other people, being that embodiment of love, opening up and allowing people to know you, and really from the space of wanting, desiring to really understand and get to know other people. This is living. This is embodying your message outside of this space of creation, like in a masculine mode, in this space of, spiritual practice. This is when the message becomes so much bigger than you. What's up, girl? So these are the things that have really came up for me here. And creation becomes something completely different after that, when you let go of that resistance, when you open up in so many expansive ways. This is living. This is like when you go out and experience life and embody your own truth and live and just allow yourself to open up. These is when intuitive downloads just come shooting down, because you are just embodying love in the purest form. You're expanding, you're connecting with life itself, instead of being inside of this bubble of spiritual practice and the gifts that you have, the message that you have, the services that you have, this energy that you portray, and not letting it out to other people to affect them further than your book, further than your writing, further than your course that you do, further than Instagram, further than your Facebook community, whatever it is. Being that embodiment and going out and connecting with people on that deep, deep level, opening up in that sort of way. So the tattoos I was talking about. So next time we do a chat, hopefully I will have these tattoos on me as a symbol for creation and also a symbol for an expanded heart, so a heart chakra. How are you doing back home, love? And it's funny because being back home, I had all these different ideas of like tattoos that I wanted to get, and I feel like when you go actually and live this sort of way where you're connecting and expanding and creating from that form of way, that's when that this idea came to me. It was like sometimes we come up with cliche tattoos because they look cool and we try to find meaning behind them, but it's like this just it means the world to me. And my friend is actually a tattoo artist from Italy that's traveling down here, and she's the sweetest person ever. So the meaning behind it is it's just so powerful. And she does ritualistic tattoos, so really just meditating and connecting with where you feel it should be and where, how you feel it should look with your soul. And she also does hand pokes, so I'm very excited for that. And like I said, synchronicities. I told myself I wanted to get a tattoo here, and it's amazing. And surrounding yourself with the type of people that really pay attention to that magic. I have so many people oh my gosh, this happened to me, this is crazy. Noticing synchronicities, noticing manifestations. A girl I was with yesterday, she's a tantric teacher, and she wants to move to Oaxaca, and she was trying to figure out how to move down there. It was going to be really expensive. She wanted to go see all these places on the way down there, but it just really didn't work out financially wise, driving. They were going to fly, and she just let it go. She let it out for the universe to figure out on its own, to surrender it, to just really just believe and know that you don't have to do this alone, that when you surrender that and you stop taking so much control and just be able to surrender the fact that you are allowed to have this be easy. You're allowed for this to literally fall on your lap if you just surrender and believe that. So that's what she did. And not too far afterwards, somebody had gotten a hold of her, and they were doing a road trip tour type of thing. And they were going from Tulum to Oaxaca. And they had a number of coaches and experiences going on along the way. And the only thing they were missing was a tantric coach. And all the places that she wanted to see on the way there were going to be pit stops on the way to Oaxaca. and they were willing to take all of her stuff with her because she surrendered the control. She like allowed InSource to just take care of it for her. And we don't see this very often, we don't believe this very often because we don't allow it in. We like kind of question it so much, like we think that it has to be so hard. Rarely do we just surrender all of it and trying to figure it all out on ourselves, say in the situation, the car, the rental, the money, the finances, the place to go stay, the schedule, all the things, and just surrender that and be like, this is allowed to fall in my lap. Rarely do we have that true belief that that's even possible, and so that's why it never comes in for us. We don't allow, like we don't have to be in this alone, no matter what it is, no matter what the thing is on your mind, the big dream that you have for yourself, as long as you are in that connection and you surrender, that this can fall on your lap. And even just asking, doing a meditation to connect with source, with spirit guides, whatever it is that resonates with you, with ancestors, and just being like, asking for the answer. What do I do? Give me the next step. We rarely tend to do this, and I had a conversation with a friend the other day about how I resisted that as well. Like, I was not sure about whether to believe that or not, so I never really just asked for the guidance. Never really just asked for it to fall in my lap, and it's something I'm practicing here, because how are we supposed to receive if we never believe, if we never ask or surrender that power or that control? I'm doing good. Just wanted to try and catch one of your lives. You look like you've been having a blast. So excited to see the tattoo. Yes, oh my gosh, absolutely. Yeah, that's good. I am live every Monday, in case you guys don't know. Little Manifest Monday connection chats that are more just literally chatting with you guys. If you guys ever have any questions or subjects you want to talk about specifically, always just let me know beforehand or in the live. But they're going to be at 11 a.m. EST. So, that's most of what I wanted to talk about today. So, other than that, I didn't really get any of you giving... Oh my gosh, guys. I'm just going to hop back in the pool after this anyway. I didn't really get any questions or specific topics that you guys wanted to talk about, but if you guys do, like I said, feel free to communicate them with me, and I will definitely chat about them. Other than that, though, guys, tomorrow I am hosting a free workshop. Guys, not masterclass. Feels weird not to say masterclass because I always run masterclasses. A free workshop on healing your inner child. So this was per request, and it's different than anything I've ever done. It's going to be very, very interactive. It's going to be in my Facebook community, of course. It'll be live, and anybody that joins on, it's hands-on. I mean, we can't really heal your subconscious, like your inner child traumas without like really communicating with each other to figure out what they are and how to do that. So it's going to be really healing. So if you are really prepared to show up and to heal something within that area that you feel like you have a blockage that might have to do from past subconscious beliefs, we're going to discover what those are. We're going to work together to see where this stems from childhood and how we can heal them today. So yeah, that is free tomorrow inside my Facebook community if you guys want to sign up for it. It's in my bio as always, and it's at 11 a.m. EST. Yeah, so I hope to see you guys there, putting out lots of free content. Also want to let you guys know that I'm opening up 2 spaces for my one-on-one coaching container. So what's so special about this container is that it's one-on-one chats with me via Zoom, me and you working on very unique subjects that you personally need help. Like, it's a healing journey about what exactly it is that you need. It's very catered to what you are looking to heal and expand and connect with, if we're talking about all this, or create in your life. It's a transformational journey that is going to take you beyond feeling like your dream is so far away. Even if your dream is to just live a happy and fulfilled life and you don't know where that is, we're going to take you there. We're going to take the leap. I want you to surrender that energy to me, and we will go there together. So you also get access into all of my courses and contents. So right now I'm running the Dharma Business School. You will get, you will be able to participate in those as well, those calls. We have about 3 left. So yeah, and also my moon manifestation course, and like everything that I have that's currently running, you will get access inside as well on top of that. So it's just like expansive. So if you want in on that, shoot me a DM, or the link is also in my bio as well. Other than that, I hope you have an amazing Monday. I hope you set an amazing Monday intention. Let go of that, like, oh my God, I got a case of the Mondays type of feeling, because that's all in your mind. Whatever you set the intention or the energy for, that's what you're going to feel. Inside of the ceremony we had the other day, and one of the things we talked about was how we are 70% water, right? And there was a study done that is pretty popular. People know about it in the spiritual world anyway. When you speak words of affirmation and positive words, positive mantras to water, the molecular structure literally changes. So if you speak those positive affirmations, those positive thoughts and energies within you, like literally your molecular structure changes as well. It's not just woo-woo here. I love proving things with science too, because it just like makes everything click together for people that are a little offish. Let that click in for you today. Awesome. Well, I hope you guys have an amazing Monday once again. Hopefully I see you inside of my free workshop tomorrow. And for next Monday with my new tattoos, we shall see. All right. See you guys.